a full moon reading. The full moon is tonight on August 18th. Yes, it's 18th. And so if you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Goddess Cornea. I own a skincare spiritual shop where you can buy skincare products with spiritual purposes so you can live your magical self throughout your days. And if you're coming back, then thank you for coming back, and click the like button if you enjoy this content, and leave a little comment below. Tonight we are going to be using 3 decks. We're going to use some tarot cards, we're going to use the Keeper of Life deck, and we're going to use the Sacred Cycles deck. So hope you guys are interested. I am going to cleanse my hands with some Florida water, cleanse these cards, and we're going to get into the draw. Alright, so let's get into the shuffle. We're going to start off with the tarot cards so we can see what energy we have been in since the last cycle of the new moon. And let's see how we did. Hold on, I dropped the card. Okay, I'm back. So let's see how we did in the last session, the last new moon. How do we do on our energy? Alright, we got Judgment upright. So you guys did a lot of self-evaluation and a lot of looking into yourself. So that is perfectly on task of what we need to do. We are moving towards our goals. So it sounds like you guys created some great goals last session, last new moon cycle, and you guys were working on that and getting things in planning. You've even seen that some results of your hard work and you guys creating new goals. What kind of energy do you guys need to be in on this moon cycle, this full moon? We have hope, love, and acceptance. This say, love is yours, recognize your divine worth, and choose loving thoughts. Okay, so we are in positive affirmations here. So this moon cycle is creating positive affirmations. And that's really good because our last moon cycle, we was in self-evaluation. And not being too hard on ourselves, but we all have that invisible audience that we are looking, that dictate some of our ways. It can come in the form of social norms and stereotypes, but we are moving into love and acceptance from that self-evaluation that we just had. So this is a lot of self-awareness coming in. So let's see, how can we get to that self-awareness to get into this love and acceptance energy? We're doing our positive affirmations this cycle. And this is Monarch. Monarch. Okay. So we are looking into a new covenant. So which means that we are going to be seeking new friendships. And new friendships is coming in for us. Let's see what the books say. The right of sacred passions of maturing cycle bodies. Monarch is the first abnormal hormonal bleed and opportunity for celebration. This moment marks a transitional space towards greater sovereignty and independence. Oh, great. This is the time for reclamation for you. For many of the experience in Monarch may have yielded a feeling of shame or scarcity. If this was true for you, you are now being invited to revisit this moment and meditate upon it, knowing that all you do now. Many find deep release and compassion by sharing stories about their first bleed with others. You are also becoming called to reflect on other previous life adventures, that perhaps you had hoped would be joyous but turned out to be less fulfilling than expected. If you could go back and guide your younger self, what might have looked like? My partner is vacuuming upstairs, so if you hear any background noise, that's the vacuum cleaner. What do you wish you would have experienced or understood at the time? Now is your opportunity to gift yourself that alternative, whether through ceremony or gentle contemplation. Allow yourself to rewrite the script and change the lens through which you view past experience to create more peace and freedom. Here's a journal prompt. What do I remember about the experiences, feelings surrounding my first bleed, or how would I like to celebrate my first bleed when it arrives? Okay, so this is starting about the menstrual cycle. And I remember just reflecting on when I first had my menstrual cycle. I was in 5th grade. It was so embarrassing, and I had no clue how to like take care of myself. That is so funny. And I would have like accidents, and I would like bleed through my clothes. I was like bullied a lot about that. But I do reflect that in those times that I was bullied, I'm glad that reflecting on now, it helped me get into like education and mental health. And I was a sitter at the hospital, so I would sit with people with that was a danger to themselves. I did the crisis hotline for sexual assault victims. So it really led me down a path from being bullied from my first menstrual cycle to actually putting forth and helping others. So that's just an example. So I hope that prompt helps you, because you were in a state of self-evaluation, and now you were about to create some affirmations to go forth. So I will lead by example. So my affirmation of love and acceptance is, I am understanding of my family and their differences, and I accept those that those differences and belief that may not change, and I still love them. Love for myself is, I am a great public speaker, and I emit a light of love and hope, and care, being love, being hopeful, being understanding, being caring, and my actions reflect that by active listening, checking on others, making sure that I am taking care of my health. So I got my affirmation of what I want to happen and the actions behind that. And I also have to start working on my temper, because lashing out at people is not a sign of love. Love isn't supposed to hurt. So this is your reading for this full moon. So continue to do your self-evaluation. That is your shadow work, because we talked about that on the previous reading. And then create some affirmations and also some actions behind it. You don't have to share your menstrual cycle, but you also want to get that, try to find women, not just women, because there could be men watching this, but find some people that have similar beliefs. Don't like be an echo chamber, but have similar beliefs that you feel comfortable with to share. Possibly go out in nature, since the menstrual cycle is natural. If you have a uterus, if you have working ovaries, if you have a vagina and cervix and things, you're probably going to be having a menstrual cycle. And so that's nothing to be ashamed about. There are cultures around the world that shame women about this, and there's a lot of beliefs around about womanhood and the menstrual cycle. So try to find your covet, and it can even be online. Speaking of online, I am going to like a goddess get together tonight for the full moon. It's been a while since I celebrated the full moon with like other women, and so I'm excited. So I hope this helps. I will leave a link into, well, I don't know if she will allow it, but if she allow it, I will link it. I know it's like Yoga Blitz with Viv, I think that's her name, but I'm going to that. She's on YouTube. So I hope this reading helps you, and you guys have a wonderful full moon. Happy full moon to all of you. Ashe, take care.